what are you saying on the intro and what is the kind of process? You don't have to do the full script, but just how are you
Yeah.
thinking through those fresh leads and what are you saying?
Yeah. And I will say in general, I've had some slow weeks and I've learned a lot and I've unlearned a lot to answer this question here. Because I was very technical prior. And that's what was valued in, previous sales roles and all this. Here, confidence and tonality are going to matter. What I've found so far and what I've seen from top producers, because I study these cats, right? People work all kinds of leads, all different scripts, all different styles, and somebody somewhere is making it work, right? And so for me, nobody is going to say no, or sorry, nobody's going to say yes to something they're confused about, even if it's the best thing for them. And so for me, in the beginning, I'm very, very chill, but I keep a pace to it. If you build too much rapport, you end up building a lot of trust with no authority. So I try to avoid that. So with the fresh leads, I'm calling them, hey, is this blank? Yeah. Hey, this is Nick. Hey, we just had your inquiry here. You were looking into potential options. I'm not giving them the options yet. Potential options for an IUL. Did I catch you at a good time? Just straight to the question. It's a very simple intro, not complicated. I'm not going, hey, my name's Nick. I'm a professional broker in the state of Arizona or tech, whatever. And I've looked to have your file here. Dude, people are like, dude, I just don't have time for that. I have found some people work really well. They find their niche being this financial advisor esque, very consultative, all this. Here's what I've found so far. And I'm just giving you the real thing, full transparency. These are consumers, not business owners. Most of the time, we're not selling $5,000 a month IULs where they're doing these Rockefeller level IULs. These are normal people and they want to talk to a normal person. I have legitimately lost deals because I was being too professional or getting too fancy. And it wasn't even that fancy, but it was the response I got from three different people. All this happened all in 1 week. This is a couple months ago. Three different states. They didn't know each other. All gave me the same response. They texted me and said, I have a lot going on in life right now, and I just can't get my head around the IUL. So we're going to have to revisit in a few months. This is just too complicated right now. And it hit me. And I was like, wow, I'm overcomplicating it for like $100 a month IUL. Do you see what I'm saying? And so my script, my talk, the way I talk, I want it to be digestible. My number one priority is that they can comprehend. My number two priority is having a pace and letting them know, hey, we can look at rates, but we want to make sure we could qualify you first. We're going to look at a simplified issue so we can find out here on the phone. So that intro is very simple. Did I catch you at a good time? Even if they're like, yeah, I got like 2 minutes. What's up? That's what my intro looks like. And then I want to keep it simple. And I reference to a lot of folks like, hey, I use phrases like, this is what most folks do. This is what most folks are going to be looking at it for. This is why most folks look at a whole life. This is why most folks, you see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people, they're living life. They're surviving life. And when they can feel that comfort of, hey, this is what a lot of most folks are doing, they go, okay, there's a sense of comfort there. It's not always, we could get into the psychology of that. And I'll ask them a couple of general questions like, hey, major surgeries, major conditions, early in the call. And let me back up. After that intro, I go, hey, so what we're going to do, quick needs analysis. And then from there, if we can find a policy that makes sense, we'll see if we can actually qualify you. Just takes a couple minutes here on the phone. The reason I do that is I want to give them a frame of like, here's what we're going to do. I think what we forget is sometimes when we get too salesy, we forget that we're a guide. A lot of these folks have never had a professional just guide them through a process for anything. So you can really set yourself apart by just very simple stuff like that. I'll ask them the general stuff to go, hey, is it worth it to even try, for an IUL versus whole life? Gives me a general frame to go, hey, if you just got done with, cancer, congrats, you beat it, all that. Your qualification chances for certain things are slim to none, right? So I'm going to pivot. That lets me know what direction to go in, which carrier is going to make the most sense for them. Does that make sense? And then from there I go, but hey, wait, this isn't for sure yet. Let's make sure we can get you qualified. The reason, have you ever, we don't have cats, but trying to get a cat inside the house is crazy. You open the door and the cat just sits there on the door. The second you start closing the door, it runs in. People work very similar, and that scarcity creates value and or demand. And so I've had a lot of folks that are like, I just want prices. And then as you kind of talk through it and you go, but here's the thing, these are just numbers on a screen right now. We want to make sure we can actually qualify you for this. And then we could decide where to go from there. Now you're in the application and you can build that anticipation. And what I found is that at least half the time at that point, if they started off going, I just want numbers, I don't want to do anything today. What I have found is, well, a lot of them, by the time they're in the application, they're going, well, I want to see if I could qualify. And then at the end, you say, wow, congrats. And they're like, all right, when can we get this in place?